Run only as fast as I can, but my mind is free to sail across terabytes of re-
Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Let me mute that. Alright, we good? Is everything working? I have so many audio sources and shit, it's fucking crazy. This right here that you see is technically a media source, so it has its own audio input. Another thing that I just set up before the streams, I'm still getting everything opened up and situated. So we got Twitch, we got our dashboard, cool. Live dashboard over here, gotta pop out the chat. Drag you over here. Twitch goes over here. OBS, you can go over here. I need my other chat window. So I'm gonna put you over here. Alright, so one thing we got set up, which I actually need to open a new Chrome window and actually pull up Streamlabs for YouTube, because we now have that set up. So I'm gonna run a alert box just to run over everything that's new here. So we're gonna do test subscription. So up there, Trollio just subscribed. So now if you do anything subscribe or whatever on the YouTube side of things, you guys' alert will be up here. Twitch, you're still down there. So if, say, we got a follow on Twitch, I'll just run the newest one. It'll pop up down there. Same alert style. I just didn't want them overlaid over each other for obvious reasons. But I'm still looking at a way to push them all out to one source and have like a queue. If anyone knows how to do that, let me know. But now we're actually going to get launched into our game. I still don't have that open up. So, and my cat was up over here not too long ago, being a cat. I think she's somewhere else now. But another cool thing, on the side of moving stuff around so it's not such a junk fest, I can actually show it. But I now propped up the Japanese N64 over there because I'm no longer going to be using that N64. Because I have another N64. I hit play. Where are you? So I have another N64. Right over here. So guys, let me know if you want to see some N64 content, because I definitely have some N64 shit I can play. I have just the regular... This thing's been through fucking over a decade with me. I've had this bitch for over a decade. But I also have NES, SNES, GameCube, you name it. Like if we look over here, readily over here, you can see I have an intercom system set up in my house, but I have a GameCube, a Switch, and an NES. And below me, I have an Xbox One, a PS3, a 360, and a PS4 all hooked up. So I'm definitely not in shortage of any consoles. There's my pen. But yeah, oh, I haven't tweeted out that I am live. this gonna start? Yeah, it's gonna start playing audio. We're gonna share. I'm gonna check that Discord link in a second. God, I love having my Twitch link set up to buymypenispills.com. It's fucking beautiful. Okay, so I know we're up in game, but I want to check something here. Does this Discord link even work anymore? I'll get a new one set up eventually. But let's get into the other game. Can I like move these around? That is so much nicer on a vertical layout. I can see everything. Alright. Also, guys, let me know what you think of the now, moving webcam overlay. Oh, why the dog shit FPS? Don't know. As long as we stay at that beautiful FPS. So not much has changed. I can show you one thing that has changed, which I'm actually going to cap this at 120 and see if that fixes. You know what? We're gonna cap it at 60. And we're gonna put a... I don't like playing on fast though. No, we don't want shaders. Let's see if that fixes anything. So we're sticking around 60. So, one thing I started to work on is with over here. And that's just starting to shape this area up so it's not such a crater. But I have a last, like, you see, so it's not all down there like that. But I have a last run out of any sort of dirt. So that's pretty much what I've been doing off camera. As well as I've been working on getting some hemp and stuff. Which am I still in? No, I'm not in cheat mode. I turned into cheat mode because I have not gone to Minecon, but I like the look of the piston cape. Or the elytra for it. So, I was testing my elytra. But if I go into my advancements in Minecraft, it's somewhere in here. But I don't have the achievement for it. I don't know where it would be. But some other stuff and things. smelting some stuff, but I think we were doing that in between the last one. We're very unorganized. That's what we're gonna fix in this. I actually don't know what mods we have in terms of storage. Can I do a... We have storage choice. Alright. So we're simply left to a chest system. Cool. Fun. Give me my dark oak wood. I know I have a chisel somewhere. I have a chisel right here. I'm gonna need you. Because we're gonna need to chisel some cobble. I want weathered bricks. So I'm gonna put this building up here. So you have to start cutting down some trees. Which isn't too bad. Except it takes forever for leaves to decay. And we'll also take a look at do I have my quest book on me? I do not, but we'll also take a look at some quests later on. To see what quests and stuffs and things we still have yet to complete. We need to get higher. Which is just gonna make a very basic storage layout. I still have really yet to go mining a lot in between streams and stuff. But I know it's been a minute since my last stream. No idea what it is. Made it look going all the way around over to here. Over here. They're kind of like this. And then I'll obviously shape the mountain around it. But it is about to be night, so we would go see. What are these? Oh, hemp seeds. Damn, they can grow to be too tall. Or is this one mature? God, I'm using like 20% of my CPU. How fun. I'll throw you in there for now. Oh, I just gotta throw flowers in here for now. Pretty sure I had grape seeds in there. Eggcorns. Mushrooms. I'll just keep saplings on me for the moment. So this is just like a little hillside. We're gonna take that down at some point, but right now, hello D4NG bunch of characters. How are you doing? On this lovely 2 a.m. morning, when every normal person starts to stream. Thank you for the follow, my friend. And you can't get me with those usings of /me's for quote-unquote donations. Because I actually have Streamlabs set up for that. Gonna have to repair this at some point. But I don't have the diamond right now. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. There should be just about enough room to start laying out a foundation. Let's spend all money on Fortnite. Oof. I used to do that. Then I quit playing Fortnite. I don't even really have the time to play video games anymore. Because I wake up like almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Actually, tomorrow I have to be up before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I get ready and I go to work for like 5 to 8 hours. Then I come home, drink a Red Bull, and usually fall asleep in my desk chair watching YouTube. Thinking maybe like that long. Okay, so we are gonna have to cut down some more trees. Cool, cool. Dive. So I don't accidentally knock these down. Pillar these up by 3. I'm also gonna take down this tree here. It should be big enough. Wait, these are oak leaves. Gimme. 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 I need those for a quest. Which I think I have enough now to complete the quest. I'll just have to go check. My inventory is becoming a clusterfuck. No, I don't like that. It's so hard to see the dark ones. Right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool, cool. Just let me actually build the wall outline. So I know exactly where to dig out our floor. Because there is a lot of digging that has to be done. Ooh, I like the look of that floor. I think before we finish, I'm going to tear this down as well. Just to get as much done as we possibly can into making this area our area. And to finish covering up this hole. And hopefully more of these cut down trees start to disappear. Quest book. No, sorry, let's build it. Yeah, leaf carpet. No idea how to make Midori. There's some blocks we don't have yet. Back into unorganization. That goes, that can go, that can go. Actually, we have that out in another chest. But that can go. I'll throw the apples in there. And the sapling. But everything else can go in the chest out here. How much durability is this thing of, like 506? Not bad, not bad. gotta start chipping away at. What was that one doing? Small stone, drop from gravel. Interesting. Got some more flint. Guess we can cut that tree down here in a minute then as well. Let's throw our building materials down here in the bottom of this chest. I'll throw the dirt in there as well. I'm gonna swap to the regular pickaxe. We just can't dig down here because this is just a singular layer of dirt. That should probably be fixed at some point. There's a massive tree on top of this. This is a little hill, right? We're not about to take down. Oh yeah, it's considerably small. I'm just gonna take the shears to it. Cause I don't want shit floating this high in the air. I can deal with stuff like that. Time to chip away at all of this stuff. And just leave stone to mine away. You know, we might be able to repair this kind of with diamond shards. Not entirely sure. But we might be able to. so much trouble. Because we might eventually have to expand upon that building over there to over here. And with having to do that, this will have to come down anyway, so that's why I'm just saying fuck it and taking it down now. I'll take it down as far as I can with this, in terms of shoveling. And then what I'll do is, I'll just come back, pick everything else out, and then in between streams, finish tearing this down. Does this tell me how many hours played I have? About 6 hours, not bad. Not sure if I can customize a little HUD down here to show tool damage or whatever. I'm going to look into that. Oh yeah, this is about to be oofed. Cool, it's broken. No, diamond shards will not work. Yeah, don't have diamonds anywhere else. I'll just make an iron shovel for now. And I might as well work on this for a minute. At least until it hits nighttime and we can sleep. I don't know, we're doing like everything but what I had intended for the stream. We take care of some of the stuff that can go in there. I'm also gonna throw our dark oak leaves in here. What? No. No tree planted there. I don't know if it happens from a falling sapling or what. But yeah, no thank you. I'll have to see what we can do with the leaves. Because we're gonna have a lot of them. This is just gonna be the way I clear everything up. So I'm pretty sure these will have like a... they don't have anything. Any sort of statistics on them. What are these mods and what version of Minecraft? This is a mod pack called the Life in the Village, something like that. It's on the Twitch launcher. Life in the Village, it's Minecraft version 112? I don't even know what version of Minecraft I'm playing on. 112.2. It's, I mainly play, like, technical mod packs. This isn't very technical, but it is quite enjoyable. And it's all, quest-based. It is a very, heavy questing mod pack. But I do have some, like, custom mods in here, like, Optifine. But it has dungeons and all sorts of crazy mobs in it. So it does have a harder aspect when going down and doing the dungeons. But if you've played with the dungeons mod, it can be kind of easy. You just have to know what gear to have. So this is, for me, this is a very slow-paced pack. Because I'd have everything from basic crafting to ore gathering automated beyond belief, and I would just be working on like magic mods and stuff and building crazy shit. But sometimes it's nice just to take it slow and play a slower paced pack. How long have I been streaming for? About 45 minutes? Not too bad. Probably what? 2:30 in the morning? Yeah. My inventory is full, isn't it? Yep. I like not crazy mod packs, by the way. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love a good slow-paced pack like this. But I also love because I'm a programmer, so anything very technical and crazy, blown out of proportion, kind of just interests me a lot. So, plus, I used to mainly stream on Twitch, which I am streaming on Twitch on top of streaming here on YouTube. Depending on where you're watching this, here on Twitch and on YouTube, but I also play, like, retro stuff. I pretty much play any games. I just happen to be enjoying some Minecraft right now, so that's pretty much primarily what I'm streaming. But the other night I streamed Modern Warfare 2. I know on Twitch I've streamed Mario Kart. Breath of the Wild. I've streamed, I think, GoldenEye once on the N64. But, yeah, just to put into perspective on how much of a nerd I am in terms of everything, I can pick up the camera here. I have just a shelf full of games, and I have 2 Super Nintendo classics, and the Japanese N64, because I'm a huge N64 fan. I have a regular N64. 360 games out the ass. Xbox One games out the ass. 1 Wii U game, because I just bought a Wii U. Some GameCube, some PS2, PS4, PS3, Switch. Everything. Sega Saturn, Atari 2600, NES, SNES. Everything across the board. I've spent way too much money on that kind of stuff. It is a fun hobby to have, but an expensive one. Especially when it comes to the N64 side of things. I'm trying to collect all the N64 variants, which you're talking, I think, right around 15 consoles. Ranging anywhere from like 30 to 40 to upwards of 160, which is about what I paid for the Japanese one. And then the full N64 collection, you're talking easily, I think, like 14,000, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look at this. Browse, let's see, I want to do tools. Now let me Google. Complete N64 game collection cost. Price charting, here we go. For the Nintendo 60, okay, so it's more like, it's off by a couple of thousand, it's more like 12,000. I'm not sure if that's counting all of the systems. If it's counting, no, I know it's not counting all the systems, it's just counting the games. So add another 10,000 on top of that for all of the not for resale N64 games, and you're talking about $1,200, or no, $12,000 for a complete N64 collection, which is something I'm hopefully shooting to have in the future. And then you're talking probably adding another 2,000 to 3,000 for the consoles easily. But that's including all English and Japanese titled games, so. I definitely don't have a shortage of shitty N64 games to play. Or just shitty retro consoles in general. Fuck, I think I have. Oh, you spend so... Wow, you spend so much money. Yes, I do spend a lot of money. But it's on a hobby I enjoy. You know, like, shit, I think I just spent, I think, $3 or $4 on fucking, I think it was... What the hell was it? It's in the drawer next to me. Aha. I only have 3 Nintendo games, NES. I haven't tested this yet. I should probably test this. But, like, I went out and I spent like $4 on fucking The Little Mermaid just to have it in my Nintendo collection, in my NES collection, because it was priced cheaper than what the games were. And then you have, like, funny memes of the channel. We have this wonderful game sitting back on the air conditioner. The Bee Movie. But I got the Bee Movie. The guy I bought, well, The only reason I had the B-Movie game is to hold my Super Mario manual. And I picked up the game off the guy. I was like, hey, tried to talk him down to $20 from 25. I technically did because he threw this in for free. I was like, said to him, hey, can I just take the B-Movie so I have something to, you know, throw my manual in to keep it nice? The guy was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because I think it was on like the second or third day of the Too Many Games convention. And he was still had the B-Movie game there. So we just said fuck it and threw it in. Only a PC because my parents strict. Yeah, I am 18, so I can pretty much do what I want with my money. And pretty much do what I want. I have the entire second floor of my house to myself, which is really only my bedroom and then a separate room. But my parents don't like the way I spend my money. They yell at me. They're, you know, not happy that I'm going to get tattoos done soon and technically wasting my money on video games. But it's a fun hobby. And they see it as long as I'm not doing any drugs or anything like that. It's alright. But I've played, you know, everything from E-rated games to mature rated games since I was probably 5 years old. You know, my parents pretty much always let me play whatever game I wanted. Really, the only game they didn't really like me playing was the Grand Theft Auto series when I was younger, which I can see why. But I still played it. I still owned a copy of GTA 5 for the 360 when I was 13 when the game first came out. So, do you know anime? Yes, I do know anime. There's actually a anime poster right up behind me. Can't really tell because your icon's small, but it looks like you have a anime profile picture. And I believe the banner on the YouTube channel is anime. Don't really watch much anime anymore because I usually go to work, I come home, I'll throw up something on like YouTube or been watching the second season of what the fuck is it called? 13 Reasons Why, because I've just been too lazy to watch that, and then I watch like American Dad and shows like that, and then I'm usually passed out by 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. But I love just about anything Japanese. Time to cut into the ground and start placing in all the dirt. That's a death wish. You said you only had a PC in an earlier message. What kind of PC do you have? Like, what are its internals? Sometimes it's boring when you don't have friends. I'm sure you have some friends. The cheap PC? I remember those days of having a cheap PC. Hell, I still have my old cheap PC. It's, I think it's right behind me. Cause when I started this, fucking hit my ankle. God damn it! When I started this YouTube channel, I used this computer right here. It has AMD processor in it, Radeon graphics, had Windows, I put Windows 7 in it, I think I had maybe 4 gigs of RAM. And this is what, I mean, it had HDMI output on it, has the VGA, Ethernet, pretty much everything I needed in a PC. But it didn't have a screen in it because it had some fucking issue wrong with it. And it's what I used for probably a good year from 2013 to... No, because I would have been on... I used it on my other YouTube channel until... So probably about 2012... Late 2011 to 2012. Through... or late 2011 to early 2012. Through about 2013. To the end... To late 2013. I gamed on this. Then I got... Dell XPS 8700. Oh no, I got a laptop first. Cat, what are you doing? Jesus, what's with all the fucking... Shit, I'm out of dirt again. God damn it. Unless I have more dirt in the chest. All this custom terrain. A stack in here. Nothing in here. That's coarse dirt. Nope. So I'm gonna run and get back. Yeah, after that laptop that I showed, I moved to another laptop, a Toshiba Satellite, which was a Windows 8 computer at the time. And then like a year later, I moved to a Dell XPS 8700 that had I want to say a second generation i7 in it, and pretty decent graphics card for the time. It had a GTX 745 in it. But after that, I used that up until March of this year. Now I'm rocking a fully custom built desktop with a 6-core Ryzen 5 1600 and 8GB VR ready what is it, RX 580 from, I believe, MSI. But none of this stuff was cheap in the slightest. It cost me, the computer alone, I think, with the overnighting of my graphics card, was, I want to say, with the 1TB SSD I put into it, I want to say probably around, at this point, 1200 to 1300, and I'm not done upgrading it. I still have plans to put 32 gigs of RAM in it. Right now I'm running 8, which isn't enough. So I gotta go out and buy a 32 gig RAM kit and throw that in. And then, like, my laptop was the laptop I originally used was 500. My desktop I had bought maybe a year later was 1,000. And then this computer is probably gonna cost me upwards of $1,400 total by the time I'm done upgrading this one. So, and on top of that, I use 3 monitors. I have 3 AOC gaming monitors. They were like $100 a piece. And then I use a monitor, an old Dell monitor I had from my mom's old computer when she used a desktop. I have that wired into, I still use both of my old computers. One is used as like a media company server, which is on pretty much 24/7, and then I have the old laptop I use, which is actually what's pushing this video out to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So it's what allows me to dual stream, essentially push my stream out to 2 different streaming services, which is nice. But I have plans soon to do pretty much what gear I use and everything, to like what I use to stream, I use OBS to stream, but the setup I use, why there's a keyboard here, another keyboard here that go to 2 different computers, and then the keyboard I use. I have mice all over my desk. My microphone is an XLR microphone. That setup was a couple $100. And it's everything I use in general. So if you want to see that video in the near future, I have to, completely clean the rest of my room, because it's a fucking mess because of how much I've been working. My actual job, the job that pays my bills, and then what I use in terms of lighting setups and everything else. Wow, you're quite good at setting up and streaming. Yes, because I went to a technical school. Some schools offer it where you go to a trade school for half a day, so I went to a trade school for computer programming. So with setting up in terms of the server that I stream to, that pushes the stream out, and the hardware and stuff I used, everything pretty much came from my knowledge of of going to that school. I went to it the last 3, pretty much all of high school, and it was like college level programming skills that you learned, which I technically have 3 college credits that expire in November that aren't going to be used because I am not going to college anytime soon. But I am stepping into the realm of video games, as I collect and play them so much. I probably have over 1,500 games in my collection, both physical and digital. I'm actually working on a game that's going to be published on Steam, Xbox, and hopefully PlayStation. And it's going to be like a full, starting out like 20-hour story with about another 20 hours worth of DLC added onto it. So it's a massive project. It is still very much in the story writing phase, and it has been for months now. Do you play Adobe games? Like, you mean Flash games? We don't have a name for the game yet because of how still early in development it is. But it is a game that is very much based on history. I do play Flash games sometimes, not really much anymore. When I was little, I used to play a lot of Flash games. But now I pretty much play like a lot of simulators. I know one simulator I've been into playing a lot is, fuck, what's it called? It's on Steam. It's like a... Oh, cool, it's not picking up my other hard drive. Here, I'll be able to library games. Let's see, do I have... Here we go. You can see my Steam here. It's... No, it's not Game Dev. What the hell is it called? It's one of my recently... Startup Company. I've been playing that a lot. But my one hard drive, I guess, is not showing up. Which hard drive is it? Ah, it's my 2 terabytes. So I gotta restart the computer for that. Cut down this tree. But yeah, it's called Startup Company. I also play a lot of like House Flipper. Trying to recover some footage from a series I had uploaded 1 episode of, and then I decided to swap hard drives and footage got lost on the drive. I don't know how the hell that managed to happen, but still trying to recover that. Which I might just give up here, explain it in the next episode, and continue on with uploading the series. But American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, I pretty much own almost all the DLC for those games in terms of country expansions. I own all the Farming Simulator games. Working on developing a game. Holding myself to AAA standards with that. It is a hard occupation to get into. And, oh, looks like my cat's coming to visit. Yes. But programming is a hard, especially just getting to learn it and program at more of a professional level, as in someone who is, there's different types of program, I guess business professional programming, and then there's someone gonna see your code doing something that would take a block of, you know, 20 or 30 lines of code in sets of else ifs that can be done in, say, a switch statement, which is basically, so hard to explain. Let me uncheck that, pop up the main screen. So it looks something like, grab Notepad. So how he's programming his game is like this. God damn it, cat! Do you have to unplug my headphones? Where is the wire for the headphone? There it is. But he's making his game like this. And say the line that he wants to run is line want to run. It's going to have to run through all of this stuff here before it gets to here, compared to what something like this. Switch case. It looked like this. Case 0, case 1, case 2, and say, you know, just gonna do, say there's 150 cases in here. Case 153, or 153. He wants to run this. So the variable that's going to be inputted is going to say, hey, I want to run this. Well, that's in this case here. That relates to this case here. So it's just going to jump down to this case, and it's not going to check these other 152 cases in between. Because it's going to be like case 0, break. It's going to look like that. It's going to be set up like that through all of it. The, you know, string, or whatever he wants to run here. And then it gets to what he actually wants to run down at the bottom. So, there's a reason he's not that good of a programmer. Like, if I was given his code, I could make it run a lot better and a lot smoother because I have that knowledge of how to do it. I could rewrite his entire game. He's using a language called JavaScript, which is not really supported. It's really old. It's really inefficient. There's not really inheritance in it, when he should be programming in C#, but he's too stubborn to take the time to learn it to fix this game to make it better. So, if you want to do it right and you want to get into it, I highly recommend taking the time to, even if you're going to code more hobbyist style, code it even if it's just a project you're working on to learn it, code it with the intent to release. That's my best sort of advice to you. Always, when you're getting into programming and everything, code learning the best practices. It is always 100% the best thing to do, is to code with the intent to have this game and have its code seen by everyone. That's how you're going to become extremely good at programming and have, excuse me, really good knowledge of what you're trying to do that's going to set you aside from others. Let me make a new pair of shears. I spelled shears completely wrong. That's like the main reason my game is taking so long, is I want everything to be done right. There's still what I went to school to learn was business oriented, like business application programming. Even though that has nothing to for what I want to do as a career, it's still, you know, a stepping stone into the right direction of being able for me to be able to do what I want to do. Which is a lot of great tutorials and everything on YouTube and on other websites as well. But a lot of the tutorials and everything that you'll find here on YouTube are more hobbyist oriented. Levels of programming. That is more than enough stairs. What program do I use for programming? It depends. If I'm just coding, if it's something I'm learning that doesn't require me to use any sort of engine, I'll use stuff like Visual Studio. If I'm wanting to learn, you know, basic stuff about, say, C# or Visual Basic or C++, I'll use Visual Studio. If I'm doing Java programming, I'll use Eclipse or IntelliJ. If I'm learning something, you know, that's specifically related to an engine, like right now, I'm about to start learning how to program in the Unreal Engine. So I'll be using the Unreal Engine. Other than that, it really, you know, if I'm programming Lua, I use Notepad++. If I'm programming HTML stuff, I program, you know, using, I forget what the hell I don't have it installed on my desktop anymore, but I have it installed on my MacBook. It's a program that's specifically around HTML that allows me to do real-time updates. It really all depends on what you are trying to program and what language you're going to be using. But if you want to get into game programming, I highly, highly recommend learning C#. Just basic, you know, all the core concepts of it first. And that can be done just through straight using the community edition of Visual Studio. Which I do occasionally do programming streams because I haven't done one in weeks. Which I was when I was still just streaming on Twitch. But occasionally I will do a programming stream where I just work on, say, like my Minecraft mod, which is Java, and I use Eclipse for that. Because it is a mod where it's going to have a where it's going to have a bunch of add-on mods that will allow you to build a fully functional mod pack that is optimized to essentially run on something like this. It's going to be built to run on a MacBook with very limited hardware and run at a decent 30 FPS. Which is a hard feat to do, to get everything right. But, you know, it's going to be done, and it's going to be done right. And it's been in development for over a month now. And we're just now nearing completion of getting everything that I want in the core mod programmed in. But I haven't been working on it as of late. On maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks, because I've just been busy with other stuff. Stuff that takes a little bit more precedence over programming Minecraft mods. Ow. Wait, don't I have a pocket crafting table? I do, and I think it's in a chest in here. You know what? I'm in here. I'm just gonna use a chest in here. I'll pick that up in a minute. And I need my slabs. Bam! Building done. Still gotta add the lighting in, so I gotta go grab my glowstone. That's in this chest over here. But yeah, if you're ever interested in seeing those programming streams, I do want to do one of those here in the near future, so feel free to subscribe to the channel to be able to keep updated for when I do different streams and stuff. 'Cause it's not always just the same old gaming content. It's all sorts of different things. Oh, come on. Shut up, OneDrive. No one uses you. Why do I keep misplacing this one damn block? Give me my pillar gravel. Are you fucking kidding me? Why? Game. There we go. Cool, cool. I got both sides. Now I just need a bunch of oak wood. I'm using these types and not the casts that dark oak wood gives us. Seems like, damn, no, I think that's wood as well. Oh shit, I don't know what any of that stuff is. But I'll be right back because I'm just gonna grab the water bottle that's laying in my bed. Hardly has any water in it. But yeah, like while we're just sitting here chilling, I can uncheck this. To actually have on the desktop. It's in one of these. I think it's a new folder. Yeah. This here is a program I had to write. I'll move it. Let's see, how do we... Let's do a new thing. Move to other view. There we go. We'll do it like this. This is a program that I had to write. And pretty much what this program here does, which I did use else ifs and this because this is what's needed in this. But this displays, which I have the program jar file here. This little program here displays, select a month, a day, and a year, and it gives you the day a week. There's a little program I had to write for school. But if you're getting out of here, see ya. Have a nice rest of your night. I know I'm going to be ending the stream here shortly. Because I do have to be at work at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So probably just going to move some of these chests over into the new place. And then call the stream there. But I hope you enjoyed your stay in the Twitch chat. So I try to keep my, if I'm doing a gaming related stream, I try to keep it to about an hour and a half. Try to keep them under 2 hours because I don't start them till stupid times in the morning. Gravel. Gravel, gravel. Gravel. Bam. Alright, so we need to put, I want to make this window a little bit bigger. Let's do it like this. But I'll have to grab sand for it. So I don't have the sand. But I think this is going to be the only chest we do tonight. I don't have any doors. My game froze. Oh, there we go. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna grind down the rest of this hemp, maybe. But we have 3 additional hemp, so we can just grind that up. I would like to get a much more efficient way of doing this, but I do not have one at the moment. So this is the best we got. So I think we needed like 3.5 stacks of this stuff for a quest. Which isn't really hard to get. But I actually think I'm gonna end it, because this is just gonna be too boring to sit here for probably about another 5 or so minutes to watch. I think I'm just gonna end the stream off there. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully by the time we come back to stream this again, I will have torn down all of the floating leaves that are bothering the hell out of me. But guys, I will see you all, hopefully again, tomorrow night for another stream. Goodbye.